Hello and welcome to Forever Cricket on Forever Sports. And Cricket South Africa have just announced the first ODI and T20 squads under new coach Rob Walter. And with it comes a new dawn for the South African T20 men's side. A new captain in the form of Aiden Markham, just fresh or hot for winning the SA20 as the captain of the Sunrisers Eastern Cape. Aiden Markham has been entrusted as the new T20 captain. And he'll take over the reins from Temo Boomer, who actually drops out of that T20 squad but continues to lead the ODI squad. And three actual squads being released. First of all, an ODI squad for the first two ODIs, and then 5 players will be joining up with the squad for the final ODI, and then a T20 squad as well for the three-match T20 versus the West Indies. Should be a really interesting couple of games. West Indies are far better white ball side at the moment than red ball, so it should be a much sterner test for the Proteas side, which have really struggled in the ODIs. And T20 is always a bit of a lottery, but I think the main thing about this is now is when you do a new start, be interested to see the type of brand of cricket that we want to try and play under Rob Walter. Lots of new faces within both squads, and a very notable omission: no FAF du Plessis, which maybe a week ago wouldn't have been surprising, but there were rumors floating around that Rob Walter and FAF du Plessis have had conversations about FAF's potential return into the setup. Now, we haven't had anything from CSA regarding what happened there, whether they were good conversations, bad conversations, but FAF du Plessis has not been named in the squad, and very interested to hear from Rob Walter, who's giving a press conference pretty much as we speak at the moment. I'm sure he will be asked about FAF du Plessis and will be able to understand where he lies, whether there's any chance of him making a return to the Proteas setup, or whether that ship has well and truly sailed. And I hope it hasn't, because I genuinely think that, first of all, I think he's definitely good enough, and from a leadership and experience point of view, I think he would add tremendous value to our white ball sides, but we have to wait and see what will happen there. Right, let's look at the two squads. So we'll start with the ODI squad. Now, this is the squad for the first two ODIs. Now, new faces are Gerald Coetzee, Tony Dezorzi, Bjorn Proteas into that squad now as well, in the back of good SA20. Viet Mulder, Tristan Stubbs, Lizard Williams, Ryan Rickerton, and all into the squad as well. So lots of new, fresh faces. Very interesting to see Andy Petler still retaining the ODI squad. Has struggled in the last year or two, but Rob Walter's obviously definitely seen something in that he wants to try and extract, really. So let's go through it. Temo Boomer captain the side. Then got Gerald Coetzee, Quinton de Kock, Tony Dezorzi. I think it's a very interesting pick. Bjorn Fontaine, Reza Hendricks, Sanda Magala, Kesha Maharaj, Viet Mulder, Lungin Gidi, Ryan Rickerton, Andita Petler, Tristan Stubbs, Lizard Williams, and Rassie van der Dussen. Now, no Anruf Nokia and no Kakisa Rabada. They have been given a rest for the entire ODI series, and will not be involved there. So in terms of you look at the squad, I think that there are debuts in waiting for Gerald Coetzee and Tony Dezorzi. I think those are two players, both Rob Walters and Shuki Conrad, both really highly rated. In fact, in the press release, Rob Walters actually mentioned both those by name, saying really looking forward to see what they can do. So I think those two are very pretty much set to make their debut. Sanda Magala obviously had a fantastic ODI series against England, and also very keen to see where Tristan Stubbs is going to find a chance, as well as Ryan Rickerton's going to get a go. Lungin Gidi will probably be entrusted to really sort of spearhead that seam attack with the likes of Lizard Williams, Vian Mulder, Sanda Magala, and Gerald Coetzee. Then there are 5 new faces that will join the squad up for the final ODI. Dave Miller will come back from the Pakistan Super League, and he'll join up the squad, as well as the likes of Aiden Markham is into the squad for that final match, Marco Janssen, Heinrich Klaassen, as well as Wayne Parnell. So they'll all link up ahead of the T20 series. And they'll be there for that final ODI. I'll be interested to see if all 5 of them will actually come in and play, or whether it's just a case of getting them in the setup and getting them training with the rest of them. In terms of the T20 squad, very much a new look T20 squad, because it is being captained by Aiden Markham. Interested to see Marco Janssen being called in there. I think that's the back of his SA20 form. Wayne Parnell is still being included there, rightly so. Tabrez Shamsi, Tristan Stubbs, Wayne Parnell, Anand Nokia, and is back, and Kisha Rabada are both back in for that series. Bjorn Fontaine is obviously one of the new faces in there. It's a decent T20 squad. Once again, I think we'll all keep waiting to see if FAF du Plessis was going to get a chance. When it comes to the T20 squad, still no Diego Brevis. Now that's going to upset a lot of people around the country, but I do also think that maybe what we've seen of late of Diego Brevis is 2 things. First of all, and it didn't help that he then went and scored a 50 against the West Indies in that SAA game. Diego Brevis was a good ball player for South Africa, and he'll play many a game for South Africa. Rob Walters has already been asked about it, and he's already said that they originally did say they wanted to look at this potential West Indies series as the start to try and get him involved, but it hasn't happened. Now, whether we need to panic about it or whether we just need to understand that it's going to take time, I don't know. But a lot of people will be very upset about it. At the end of the day, I'm not too worried. The kid's turning 20 this year. He's still very young, still plenty of time. And I think that, we at the moment right now, we've got brand new coaches. We got to back them. Lots of people already questioning Shukri Conrad after a couple of questionable decisions in the first test match against the West Indies. The second one gets underway this Wednesday. But we've got to give these guys a chance. At the end of the day, they've been appointed. We now got to back them. We now got to accept the decisions they make. We've got to back how they want to play cricket and give them a chance to succeed. And if they fail, then they fail. But we can't chastise. We can't just give up on these coaches before they've even begun. And at the end of the day, we were all quite happy with what we saw from the announcements in terms of these two coaches. Now let's see the results, shall we? Let me know what you think about the squads down in the comments below. Please do smash a like on the video and subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steven. I'll chat to you soon.